can think of infinity as a hologram, okay? No matter how you divide it, each piece still holds the whole image. If you cut it in half, and each part still shows the complete picture. That's the magic of infinity. Every little piece contains the entire essence. So within infinity, there are countless small realities, or what we call finite worlds. And these are temporary spaces where yourself, your spiritually evolving life force, the core of who you are, exists.
All right, all right. So glad to see you. We are so sorry that we missed you last week. We really are. But we just couldn't get the squirrels to get that generator going fast enough because there were some big storms and we lost power and we're sorry. We really are. So what we're doing is today we're doing the same live stream that we had planned for last week. So you're not missing out on anything. So what I want to ask you is a question of, are you ready to dive into the quantum potential of infinite mastery, where we unveil the secrets to unlocking your hidden potential? Are you preparing yourself to transcend limitations and step into a life of limitless possibilities? Because we want you to stay with us today for a journey of transformation and evolution. And whether this is your first time as an attendee or you're one of our 400,000 plus followers, we know that many of you right now are wondering what it feels like to break free from the chains that seem to be holding you back in life. So in this Infinite Wisdom Experience live stream, we promise to give you the mindset shifts and strategies that you can implement to propel you towards your fullest potential. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. So stick with us on this transformation journey that Infinite Mastery offers, and be ready to unlock the doors to your extraordinary future and get a glimpse of that extraordinary future which resonates within you. Okay, buckle up. Here we go. Gary, take it away.
All right. So we can only assume you're here, especially if you're here for the second week and hoping that you got last week's event, that you're here for infinite mastery. All right. So let's first begin with getting more clarity on what that is, because it's a big topic, right? I mean, infinite is infinite, right? And what it can mean for you as a spiritually evolving life force. So that's our acronym for self, for yourself, right? So the spiritually evolving life force who's willing and ready to step into your authentic power and transcend possibilities. And the best and easiest way to do this is to unpack each of the words infinite and mastery. And then we can have a more complex understanding of the concepts as they're combined together for the rest of the live stream today. All right, so real quick, let's roll way back in time and jump to the 6th century BC. All right. One of the earliest pioneers of Greek philosophy over a century before Socrates was a guy named Animaxmander. Okay, sounds like a Marvel comic guy.
Or MMA.
Yeah, right. Animaxmander was best known for his cosmological theories and introducing the concept of the Empyrean, which is often translated as the infinite or boundless. So, according to him, Empyrean was the fundamental substance from which all things originated and to which all things returned. Right? So, there was this constant flow. He thought, countless worlds came from it, filling up all the space around us. Okay, and that was his concept that kind of started that idea around infinite and infinity. Now, here's what we say about infinity today. Okay, Infinity is everywhere, right? It's at the beginning, it's at the end, and every moment in between. It's the essence of everything. It holds all that you can imagine and more. Okay. So when you think you've had it, there's more. Okay. Infinity has no limits, no end, and stretches across all dimensions of reality. Nothing can be added to it, and nothing can be taken away because it already includes everything that ever was, ever is, and ever will be. Right? So it's like a dance between something and nothing and everything all at once. What was the movie? Everything, everywhere, all at once. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So um, you can think of infinity as a hologram. Okay, no matter how you divide it, each piece still holds the whole image. If you cut it in half, and each part still shows the complete picture. That's the magic of infinity. Every little piece contains the entire essence. So within infinity, there are countless small realities, or what we call finite worlds. And these are temporary spaces where yourself, your spiritually evolving life force, the core of who you are, exists. And each universe is like a small part of infinity, offering a limited view while still holding the infinite essence within it. Okay? Take a breath. Take a breath. I know I get it. Take a breath. You're getting it. Okay? Your personal reality and what we call the infinity process shows you how infinity connects to the life you live now, even the reality you dream about. And through this, you remember that you're always connected to infinity. And this connection allows you to create and align with any life you choose. Okay? The universe expresses itself through the many I am perspectives. Okay, I am this, I am that, I am this, I am that. Everybody's got one of those or many of those, right? And each one is like a different lens or viewpoint created by infinity, right? And a little play on words, it's the infinite points of view, right? The viewpoints are both parts of the whole and reflections of the entire thing. As you explore life, you see yourself as I am this or I am that, which lets you experience all kinds of different realities, which each with its own unique set of rules. The journey of the self, your spiritually evolving life force, is about exploring these worlds and sometimes forgetting its infinite origin. But no matter how far it goes, the connection to infinity is never lost. The connection, okay? The connection is what we call consciousness. Consciousness and infinity are the same thing. Consciousness is what creates everything, worlds within worlds. It's the source of everything, the universe, God, your identity, and how it all interacts. And in reality, there's no true separation between you and the world around you. You can't exist without the world around you. It doesn't happen. Try it. Okay. So you are not limited to your body or your mind. The universe isn't something out there, it's something that exists within you. And what seems like separation is just a part of the grand game of life. And that's why we say it often in a lot of our live streams. You're greater than you think you are, no matter how great you think you are. Okay? Consciousness and reality are one. So when you change how you think and feel, your consciousness, right? It's thinking and feeling, the world around you, your reality, changes too. So life doesn't happen to you, it flows through you. Your truth isn't a set path, it's something you create, something you create step by step in all those micro little mastery moments in infinity. And that's infinity. So let's sink in and open your mind even more to the endless possibilities that are waiting for you. And that's a place to start
Right.
from.
Exactly. And that leaves us with mastery. Now, we don't know how far back the concept and the idea of developing mastery goes, but if we take a broad view perspective of existence itself, I think we could make an argument that developing mastery is the core of evolution. From mastering the cosmic placement of things for life to exist, to mastering the dance from single cell to multi-cell organisms, from adapting to infinite variables that can play havoc on a planet to formulating opposable thumbs, and the development of a 9-layered brain over the span of 7 evolutionary stages. Mastery is ingrained in who we are and what we are and even why we are. So what we can say about mastery after 200 million years of working on figuring it out is that it, in a nutshell, and this is a quote from Gary. So mastering transcends perfection. It's a journey through the process, not the endpoint of flawlessness. So years ago, we read the book Mastery by George Leonard, and he did a great job of laying out the 5 keys to mastery. Number 1, instruction. Number 2, implementation, or what he called practicing. And what Gary had said earlier, I mean, implementation is one of the greatest. Number 3 is surrendering. Number 4, intentionality. And number 5, the edge. So starting with the first key, instruction. Let's look at that. So instruction is like having a wise guide on your journey to mastery. It's about learning from someone who's been there, done that, and is willing to share their knowledge with you. This someone could be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, someone who provides not just information, but valuable guidance and feedback. What exactly is instruction? It's the process of soaking up the expertise of someone who knows the ropes, who's been there. Imagine having a mentor or teacher who has mastered the very skills that you're aiming for now. They share their insights, their techniques, and the nuances of the craft. It's like having a personal guidebook to navigate the terrain of your chosen endeavor. Why is instruction so crucial? Well, quality instruction lays the groundwork for your skill development. It's like building a strong foundation for a house without it, things are going to get shaky. What do you mean I was supposed to put brackets up there? What do you mean I was supposed to let the cement dry first? You know, a mentor's wisdom and expertise act as a shortcut on your learning journey. And they can accelerate your progress, offering insights that might take years to discover on your own. Think of it as getting a head start, avoiding common pitfalls, and tapping into the wealth of knowledge that your mentor has accumulated. On your path to mastery, consider seeking out quality instruction. It's like having a seasoned traveler show you the ropes. making your journey smoother, more insightful, and ultimately more rewarding. So stay tuned as we explore the other keys to mastery in this live stream. So for mastering most skills, there's nothing better than being in the hands of a master teacher. And the next key is implementation. So what exactly is that? Well, it's about putting what you've learned into action. And we see this as the steps that so many people skip. It's deliberate and focused. It's the repetitive engagement in an activity or skill that you're working to master. It's the hands-on, the practical aspect of turning knowledge into real-world proficiency. You can always tell when someone is book-learned or street-learned. Think about that. So why is implementation so vital? Think of it as the beating heart of mastery. It goes beyond more or mere quantity. It's about the quality of your practice in the real world. When you constantly and intentionally apply what you've learned, it's like honing a craft. This repetition refines your abilities, building muscle memory, and most importantly, leading to improved performance. And that's what it's all about. As we explore the intricate keys to mastery, remember that implementation is where theory meets practice. It's about doing, refining, and truly embodying the skills you're working towards mastering. So let's explore a key that often resonates deeply on the journey to mastery and can sometimes bring about the most challenges. You ready? It's called surrendering. Surrendering, when it comes to the pursuit of mastery, is about accepting and embracing the plateau, the phase where it might not feel like you're making progress. You've hit it, and it's a temporary standstill, and it can be really frustrating at times because we've all been there. It's that challenging period where things seem to slow down and noticeable advancements, they kind of become elusive. It's such a crucial aspect to your learning journey. Many of us have experienced frustration during these plateaus, right? Have you? It's completely normal. But here's the key. Surrendering to the process is crucial. In fact, we have a saying that we use with our clients that's frustration precedes learning. So welcome and embrace it instead of trying to avoid it. It's about staying committed, continuing to implement what you've learned and learning from what you implement, and trusting that improvement will come, even if it's not immediately evident. It's the recognition that these plateaus are part of the journey. They're not roadblocks. And as you navigate through the intricacies of mastery, remember that surrender is not giving up. Let me say that again. Surrender is not giving up. It's about letting go of the frustration and the trusting the process. It's a vital element in our commitment to continuous improvement. It's just a resting stage. And another key that's absolutely essential on your path to mastery is intentionality. Where intentionality in context of your learning journey. It's all about being mindful and purposeful in your engagement and the learning process. It's in emphasizing the journey over the destination. Instead of being solely fixated on the end goal, it's about appreciating each step along the way. So what makes intentionality so crucial? Well, there's being intentional means staying present in each implementation session. It's about fully immersing ourselves in the learning experience and appreciating the incremental progress and focusing on the task at hand. It encourages a deep connection in the process, fostering a mindset that values the journey just as much, if not more, than the ultimate destination. As it was masterfully said by the late Jim Rohn, become a millionaire not for the $1,000,000, but for what it will make you to achieve it. Become a millionaire not for the $1,000,000, but for what it will make of you to achieve it. Remember that intentionality is like the compass that keeps you on track. It's a commitment to being present and purposeful in every learning moment. Okay, so this is where we need you to buckle up, because we're about to explore the key that can truly take you to new heights on your journey to mastery. And it's called the edge. The edge in the context of skill development and mastery is that exciting realm that's just beyond our current abilities. Picture it as that space where challenges are slightly more difficult than what we've already mastered. It's the sweet spot where growth and progress are waiting to unfold. We call it a sweet spot. Most people call it that frustrating part. And that's where some people give up. Embracing the edge is crucial because it pushes you or pulls you to the edge where you are continuously seeking challenges that stretch your current capabilities. It's about stepping out of your comfort zones and diving into the situations that make you think, can I really do this? Is this for me? Is this all for naught? It's that intentional discomfort that prevents stagnation, and it fosters growth and propels you towards higher levels of skill and mastery. Think of the edge as the place where the magic happens. It's the place where you surprise yourself with what you're capable of. So embrace those challenges, seek discomfort, and push yourself, spiritually evolving life force, to the edge, because that's where true mastery unfolds and thrives.
So essentially, you're looking at 5 things when it comes to mastery, and I put them in the chat so you can see them there as well. The instructions you access and how you access them, right? The implementation you do and how you do it. Your ability to surrender and embrace the things that stop or holds others back. Being intentional in the way that you implement the creation of your reality, and searching for, in fact, almost living on the edge of your currently established behaviors, beliefs, and identity. Right? Now, who knew mastery was such a piece of cake? Right? That's all you have to do. It's just those 5 steps. Right? Just do those over and over and over every moment of every day. Right? That's it. Your life is now complete. All right. You never have to take another training ever again. Okay. Of course, I'm joking. Right? Of course, I'm joking. The knowledge of how something doesn't make something doesn't make the mastery of it, and in the implementation you get to learn more about who you are and what reality is and how you play such a crucial role in it. Right? There's the experience of all of this. You're watching this training because there is some part of you attracted to the ideas and concepts around mastery. Okay, whether you're just joining us, where you start from the beginning, or whether you're watching the replay, right? Understand that pursuing the path to mastery requires certain type of mindset and willingness to work, right? Back when the book was written, we still thought that mastery was likely to be influenced by genetics, just as your physical abilities were believed to be influenced by genetics. But if you're on this channel, you know that since Dr. Bruce Lipton came on the scene and blew those old outdated concepts out of the door with the science of epigenetics, we currently have evidence to show there are many other variables that influence who we are and what we're capable of. Okay? Now, people often say something to the effect of, I've seen so many talented athletes with God-given abilities who just didn't want to work hard. They faded away. Right? You know any of those people? Have you ever experienced some of them through your life? Right? Well, these statements are overlooking the fact that physiological abilities are largely fixed too. Right? The odds that someone has the peak physical abilities, God-given talent, and the peak mental abilities, willingness to work hard, are incredibly low. And that's why you would expect the people to perform the best are those who are high on the mental abilities and high enough on the physical abilities. Right? The X factor here is your infinite consciousness. It's the game changer. Right? This is a good point to interject an implementation station here. All right, an implementation station is where we try to give you a set of tasks that you can take and go ahead and implement to get the effect or experience that we're talking about. If you've done our classes before, you know that we're all about giving you real-world practical implementation practices that you can take away from every single session that you do with us. So here you go. We call this journaling mastery. Journaling mastery with eyesight. Now, there's an acronym here, right? So it's IISITE. All right. So the I, first I is instruction. We talked about that, right? Begin by searching for instructions on a skill, a topic, or a result you are interested in mastering. Search for the instruction. And this could be anything from musical instrument, learning a new language, breaking through success barriers, whatever it is. Source out tutorials, books, classes, or specialized experts as your source of instruction. Next I is implementation. Okay, set aside dedicated time each day for deliberate and focused implementation. For example, if you're learning a musical instrument, commit to practicing for at least 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever it is, every day. And focus on implementing what you learn and learning from what you've implemented. So in other words, you will be working on refining specific techniques and exercises provided in your instruction, the first I, right? Then we come to the S. Embrace, which is surrender, right? Embrace the plateau phase, right? Acknowledge that progress may not always be linear, may not always be moving up. Okay? If you find yourself struggling with a particular aspect, surrender to the learning process. Understand that plateaus are a part of any journey and persist in your practice. Okay? Then the next I is intentionality. Maintain intentionality in your learning, meaning create a journal to track your progress. Reflect on the purpose of each practice session and set clear intentions, clear objectives. Okay? This could involve, noting specific techniques that you want to improve or milestones that you aim to achieve. Okay, but journal that stuff. And then the T and the E is the edge. Identify areas just beyond your current abilities. Once you feel comfortable with certain skills, challenge yourself by exploring related, slightly more difficult tasks. Pushing to the edge ensures continuous growth. For example, if you've mastered, basic chords on a guitar, try learning more complex songs. Okay? So here's the process. Start with a specific skill you want to master. Allocate for daily implementation. Journal your progress, your challenges, and your intentions. Embrace the plateaus and persist in your intentional practice. And regularly push yourself to explore tasks slightly beyond your current capabilities. Okay. And in this exercise, this exercise will get you to engage in intentional, deliberate practice while embracing the interactive nature of the mastery mindset that you need. You need to be stepping into your power to transcend possibilities, right? Which, for good reason, happens to be our motto, right? This journaling aspect provides tangible record of progress while also giving you deeper connection with the learning process. So now it actually all comes down to where you fit into the three archetypes that is it Leonard? Leonard, or George Leonard, distinguishes in the book. He has your archetype for learning and mastery is something you've developed through your life, but they're not static. Okay. You can choose to change and adopt other archetypes if you wish, and if it serves you for the outcomes you want in life. But to note, see where you fit. There's three different approaches to learning and mastery. Which are you? Number one is, are you a dabbler? Okay, just notice if you're a dabbler. A dabbler has lots of the enthusiasm at the beginning, but tends to lose interest quickly. Right? They're enamored by shiny objects and rarely brings things to full completion. The dabbler may start various activities or projects, but struggles to stick with them long term. Okay, assess if you're a dabbler. And again, sometimes you dance between these, right? Second is the hacker. Okay, the hacker seeks shortcuts and quick fixes, always thinks they can do everything themselves. Right? The hacker looks for the easiest way to achieve a goal and often avoids any hard work and dedication required for true mastery. Okay, and then there's the obsessive. They display an intense dedication and persistence to their whatever they're pursuing. Okay, with an unwavering attention to detail, and often they exhibit meticulousness and precision in their work or activities. And this dedication contributes to high level skills and creativity. Dedicated and hardworking, and needs to be needs to support needs to have support to maintain lifestyle balance, right? Because they get so obsessed with this thing, they need that support to get that balance. And without guidance, they tend to overcommit. They push themselves to extremes without considering the importance of overall lifestyle balance. Okay, so if you're a dabbler, then go to town and enjoy bouncing around from thing to thing and sampling all that life has to offer you until you find that thing that wakes up your soul and sticks in your consciousness so much that you spend every waking moment of your day thinking about it, yearning for it, and seeking to have it fully in your life. If you're a hacker, right? Way to go. Finding the faster and sometimes even easier way to live your life. Awesome. We need that. Right? Keep it up unless until you realize that your soul is not being truly fulfilled in a way that is sustainable because you feel like the jack of all trades but the master of none. If and or when that happens, figure out the theme of the things that bring you the most joy and then seek to find your edge in those. And make sure that you get the right guidance and coaching to feel that sense of fulfillment that you might have been missing when you were bouncing around. Okay. And if you're the obsessive, Make sure that you're following a path of mastery that is in alignment with your deepest heart's desire, your core essence. And when you found that, enjoy the fruits of your dedication and persistence throughout your life. Make sure you surrender yourself with surround yourself with the right people who can steer you away from imbalance and overcommitments that impact other areas of your life. Right? Remember, mastery transcends perfection. It's not what we're shooting for. We're not shooting for perfection. It transcends that. It's a journey through the process, not an endpoint of flawlessness.
All right. That's so cool. That's so cool. So we're running just a little bit behind schedule, so I'm going to buzz through this. So as you can see, there are many nuances to the idea and the concept of infinite mastery. It's just not possible to cram all of this stuff into one live stream, although we're trying. So our intention today was to wake up that mastery DNA that you possess and get it pointed in the right direction. So if you like to continue on your path to infinite mastery with us, there's a couple of different options for you. First is to continue coming to our live streams every week. There's always something happening on Thursdays. We either have our live streams where you're getting a training, or we're going to have a really cool interview with some expert of some sort. So that's every week on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific time. You could soak up lessons that we offer. We also then again, we have our interviews. So that's number one. Second, you can join one of our 10,000 person private groups. We have Expanding Beyond Business Mastery, where we deal with the challenges of businesses from startup operations to marketing and PR. Or we also have Evolving Reality Within the Infinity Matrix, where we spend our time in the realm of the metaphysical and its application to your personal, your spiritual, and your business life, believe it or not. And then third, you can join us for a one-on-one micro mastery challenge experience. This is your chance to qualify for a spot in an exclusive community of people who are passionate about mastering collaboration and building a strong sense of community. These are individuals who know the old ways of competition ego no longer serve us. If you'd like to know more about them, we'll share the calendar link and with upcoming dates and times. And I think we have time. Our next availabilities are actually in January. So definitely, if you're interested, jump on. So, and just to be clear, this isn't a hidden sales call. It's an opportunity to see if you're a good fit for the Micro Mastery Challenge experience and to clarify your goals and your challenges. So check them out. Everything's in the comments below.
All right, and with that, we'd like to thank you all for attending and or watching the replay of this class, if that's what you're doing. And as you can see, we're tightening up our live streams, keeping them shorter and dense with usable content. We'd love to hear your feedback about the format, good, bad, indifferent. But remember, longer shows just means Ross is going to ramble on and on and on. Right? Just keep that in mind. Okay. Careful what you wish for. Right? Above all, we'd like to leave you with our signature dare. We dare you to be exceptional today, tomorrow, and every day after that. The only way to do that is to implement what you learn and learn from what you implement. Till next time, be well, everyone. Thanks for showing up.
Be well. Thanks so
Bye-bye.
much. Bye. See you next week.